Hey, it's Jeff here at RE/MAX. I'm going to give you a quick overview of documents that we use to help you buy real estate. Now keep in mind, I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. It's me explaining these documents based on over a decade of experience helping hundreds of families buy and sell real estate. Consumer notice. As you can see, it's not a contract. It just is an explanation of the business relationships you can have with a realtor. So either as a seller's agent, if you're selling a property, a buyer agent, if you're buying a property, which is our scenario here, a dual agent, a designated agent, or a transaction licensee. We don't do transaction licensee very often at all, but we're almost always acting as a designated agent, meaning I'm the designated agent at RE/MAX to help you. You're not working with all of the agents, you're working with me as the designated agent. And a dual agent is where we represent the buyer and the seller on the same property. If you're not comfortable with that, or the seller's not comfortable with that, we do have other agents that can step in and give some space for negotiating, etc. Regardless what our business relationship is, we have certain things we have to provide to you as a consumer. We have to show professional skill and care. We have to deal honestly and in good faith. We have to make sure that offers and counteroffers are given in a timely manner, make sure that we're complying with the real estate seller disclosure law, account for any escrow or deposit funds, and disclose as soon as we can any financial interest or conflicts of interest we have in the property or in the services that are being provided to you as part of the transaction. We're going to assist you with documentation. We're going to make sure that questions you have that we can't answer because it's not on our realm of expertise, that you can get those answered by experts in that given field. And we're going to keep you informed about the transaction as it goes on. Agency. This document is what allows us to represent you as a realtor. So we put our company information here, my information along with license numbers. We put in your name as the buyer. If you have an agency contract with another agent, we have to know that up front. And why are you not working with them at this point? We put that information there. Happens sometimes, but not very common. The starting date starts when we sign it, and we typically run them for 6 months. If you find a house faster than that, it's voided at the time of settlement. And if it takes longer, we do a simple extension to the time that we need. We do earn a commission, and the commission comes from the seller side of the transaction. They pay it to their listing company pays it to us. We put in a percentage and a minimum commission so we can work at any price range, and a broker's fee here as well. If the property's not listed with an agent, say maybe a for sale by owner, we ask the owner at that point to pay the commission, and they're typically happy to because they get to save at least the listing side of the commission. We talked about dual agency and designated agency with the consumer notice, and we're going to represent more than one buyer, more than one seller, and sometimes we're showing the same property to multiple buyers. This is the entire contract. We don't have any side agreements. If I were to move to another company and you would want to move with me, we'd have to transfer the contract. We'll be confidential with your information and use our expertise as a realtor to help you find a house, navigate through the process. Anything that comes up that is above our skill set and expertise, we're going to let you know that right up front. Deposit. We make sure the deposit gets to the right place at the right time. For example, for sale by owner properties, we may hold that in our own escrow account, but often it goes to the listing company. We cannot discriminate for whatever reason. You want to check the Megan's List for sex offenders in the neighborhood prior to making an offer, especially if that's going to make a difference on whether you make an offer on the property. You're buying the property in its present condition. You can negotiate to have the seller to allow you to do some inspection within the property, but we go over that further in the agreement of sale. Recordings on the property. So if a seller has any type of video or audio surveillance going on, they're supposed to let us know about that before we go in the property. Could be they forgot to turn it off or what have you. So keep in mind when you're going through a property, be careful what you say because it could be being recorded. Real estate recovery fund. If an agent is not representing you properly and you get that proved in court and have a judgment against them and can't collect it, the real estate recovery fund jumps in and takes care of those judgments. Wire fraud. Oh man, I'll tell you, wire fraud is a nasty, nasty business. So it's completely legitimate for you to wire funds to a settlement or get them wired to you from a settlement if you're selling. In this scenario, we're talking buying. They have become extremely good at what is called spoofing emails as one of the tactics they use. It looks like it comes from me or from a title company or from the bank, but it doesn't. However, if you decide that you'd like to wire funds to the settlement, please give me a call directly and we will sort out and make sure we have the right information so that you don't get your money taken from you. Affiliated businesses. A lot of times people come to us to buy a house and don't have a lender they want to work with, or an inspector or title company, etc. So we have built relationships with people in this industry that do a fantastic job, and we recommend them because they do a great job. If at any point you go, hey, I'd like to find my own inspector or mortgage company, that's fine. You're welcome to do that. You have your choices of any of the people out there providing these services, and you're not obligated to work with the ones that we recommend. Even by signing this paper, you're not obligated. We do have to disclose companies that we have a financial interest in. So the owner of RE/MAX also has ownership interest in several other companies, being Signature Abstract, Spring Ridge Insurance, and Motto Mortgage. As an agent, they've given us the opportunity to buy shares of Signature Abstract. Now, the reason that we can do that is title insurance rates are set by the state. So regardless which title company you work with, the title insurance rate is going to be the same. And that allows us to buy shares without it being a conflict of interest. Home warranty. So you're going to have the option to purchase a home warranty if you would like to. You're not obligated to, but we do have to have you sign saying, yes, I would like to purchase one, accepting coverage, or waiving coverage saying, hey, I really don't want to buy a home warranty. Broker compensation. So this form just says that the other company is going to pay me like they said they would for bringing a buyer to this transaction. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to go through this. Hopefully it was helpful. And let me know if you have any specific questions on the forms or the transaction in general. Call, text, email, in person. Love to meet with you, and we're always happy to help. Make it a great day.